Listen, right now, coiled around your spine, there is a parasite. It has been feeding on you since you took your first breath. Its name is need, the desperate, gasping need for their nodding approval, for their empty smiles, that reflex to apologize for existing when you should be expanding, that compulsion to offer your throat simply because they glanced at it. You are about to perform an exorcism. 500 years ago, a man named Niccolò Machiavelli watched princes bleed out on the altar of kindness. He saw empires dissolve because their rulers wanted to be loved, not respected. He did not write fairy tales. He wrote a field manual for reality. He understood the fundamental law: to be liked is to be predictable. To be predictable is to be controlled. To be controlled is to be extinct. This is not about cruelty. This is about sovereignty. The world does not reward the saint. It rewards the strategist, the ghost who moves through walls, the player whose face they never see at the table. Ask yourself, and be violently honest, how many pieces of your soul have you left on the floor of apartments, boardrooms, and inboxes? How many screams have you swallowed that now rot in your stomach? How many times have you unpacked your heart for a jury that had already passed sentence? Each time, you traded a fragment of your throne for a cup of lukewarm approval that ends today. You are about to learn 8 protocols. They are not inspirational quotes. They are psychological munitions. They will rewire your presence, making you a phantom in plain sight, impossible to manipulate, dangerous to disrespect, and utterly, terrifyingly free. By the time we finish, you will shed a skin. You will walk into rooms and feel the temperature shift. They will not know what you are, only that you are different, that you have touched something cold and true. So, lean in, silence every distraction. What happens next doesn't change your life. It exchanges it for a newer, sharper model. First, bury your explanatory reflex alive. This is your oldest wound, the infantile whimper that believes if you just explain yourself well enough, they will understand. They will absolve you. You are confessing to empty pews. Every explanation is a tear in your armor, a detailed map to your insecurities. It broadcasts one pathetic signal: your opinion of me regulates my temperature. Machiavelli wrote, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him." The decoded message: fools seek consensus. The sovereign is surrounded by a moat of silence. When questioned, you will feel the ancient itch to justify, to elaborate, to make them see. Drown that itch. Let their question hang in the air, toxic and unanswered. Let their accusation crash against a wall of utter, undisturbed calm. Your response, a look that says, "The architect does not explain his blueprints to the termites." Observe what happens in the vacuum of your silence. Their confidence will curdle. They will fumble, fill the void with their own noise, and reveal their hand. Your stillness becomes a mirror, forcing them to confront their own desperation. The people you cannot fathom, the ones who move with gravitational pull, you have never heard them scramble to justify a decision. Their word is a stone dropped into a well. You hear the impact, but you never see the bottom. Your new law, when challenged, let the silence stretch until it screams. Then, either speak of something entirely unrelated, or turn your back and walk away. You are not being rude. You are being sacredly selective with your energy. Start the detox. Next time someone demands your why, feel the words rise, and then bite your tongue until you taste copper. Say only, "It is necessary," then stop. Watch them orbit your certainty. Watch them realize the leash they thought they held is not connected to your neck. This is the foundation. Master this, or every other lesson will leak from your mouth. The screen flashes white with brutal text. "I owe no man my reckoning." Second, weaponize delay. Let their impatience eat them alive. Speed is anxiety. Instant replies are a fever sweat. When you respond immediately, you are a dog answering a whistle. You have shown them your hand. Their attention is your master. Machiavelli understood the hunger of the human animal. Men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate necessities that a deceiver will never lack victims for his deceptions. Become a deceiver of time. They send a demand, let it marinate, not out of petulance, but out of principle. Your time is not a public utility. That ticking space between their message and your reply is a psychological torture chamber they build for themselves. Did he see it? Is she ignoring me? Is this beneath her? The person who controls the clock controls the game. In negotiation, speak last, let the room sweat. In argument, let their words echo into your vast, calm nothingness, then respond with a slow, precise strike. They want a firefight. Give them a glacier, you worry, but they'll think I'm disrespectful. Magnificent. Let them think you are a mountain. Mountains do not respond to the wind. Delay is not neglect. It is alchemy. It transforms their urgency into your advantage. It gives you the high ground of forethought. Every rushed response is a potential suicide. Every measured pause is a strategy being born. Practice. Take one message today, one that sparks that jolt of obligation, and let it sit for 1 hour. Breathe. Your inbox is not an altar. You are not a priest on call. Reclaim your tempo. Your pace is power. Third, become a vault for your pain. Your pain is the most valuable currency you possess. To show it is to pour gold into the gutter. When someone sees you flinch, they have been handed a weapon. They now know the exact location of your cracks. Most people are not evil. They are simply opportunistic. Your vulnerability is their opportunity. Machiavelli's brutal calculus. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. Your exposed hurt is a force. Your concealed pain is a deception that wins everything. This is not emotional repression. It is strategic containment. Feel the wound privately, exquisitely, but in the moment of impact, your face must become a bank vault door. No flicker, no tremor, just the smooth, impenetrable surface. Someone lands a blow meant to gut you. You smile, a small, curious smile, as if they just showed you a mildly interesting insect. Inside, you file their name under enemy, but they get nothing. The weak signal their hurts like distress flares. They become walking manuals of manipulation. Press here to induce guilt. Mention this to trigger rage. You will become a black box. They can throw their best punch and hear only a hollow, echoing thud. Your pain is not a community resource. It is classified intelligence. Grant access only to those who have earned the clearance with blood and time. Fourth, let your warmth be a conditional gift. Your kindness, your openness, your smile. These are not infinite resources. They are rewards. The common error, to remain warm when tested, to smile through disrespect. This does not make you kind. It makes you a target. It teaches people you will tolerate poison for the sake of peace. Machiavelli's infamous line, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." The deeper truth, love is fickle, respect is rigid, and respect is born from the understanding that your warmth can be withdrawn. When a boundary is crossed, your affection must evaporate, not with drama, but with the silent, sudden chill of a power grid failing. One moment, light, the next, a cold, dark space. This is how you train the world. Your sun shines on those who deserve its heat, those who bite the hand. They experience the permanent winter of your indifference. Your warmth is not a default setting. It is a privilege you revoke at the first sign of betrayal. Watch how quickly behavior corrects itself when your energy becomes a prize, not a given. You are an open book written in boring prose. You volunteer your past, your fears, your dreams to anyone who feigns interest. This is spiritual strip mining. Mystery is not emptiness, it is density. The less people know, the more they are forced to imagine, and what they imagine will always be more potent, more terrifying, more alluring than the boring truth. Machiavelli said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." Let them see the mask, the statue, the flawless, fascinating exterior, the real you. That is for the inner sanctum. Become a silhouette. Answer questions with questions. Be vague about your plans. Be enigmatic about your past. Turn every conversation back onto them. Most people are desperate to confess. Let them. You become a priest, a mirror, a void, never a confession booth. In a world of oversharing, the person who says nothing becomes a temple. They speculate about you. They invent stories. You live in their minds, rent-free. Mystery is the armor that intrigue builds around you. Your life is not a public diary. Your heart is not a podcast. Learn the power of the unspoken, the hint, the raised eyebrow. Be a story they can't finish writing. Your constant presence makes you furniture. Your eternal availability makes you a utility. What is always there is never valued. What is scarce is coveted. This is the Machiavellian poetry of distance. Remove yourself, not with announcement, but with the quiet finality of a ghost. The friend who takes you for granted, vanish. The partner grown complacent, become a memory. The colleague who uses you, make yourself a rumor. At first, nothing. Then, the void you left begins to work. It whispers in your absence. Where are they? Why is it so quiet? What did I lose? This empty space becomes your most powerful teacher. Your absence applies pressure their presence never could. It forces valuation. It separates the loyal from the parasitic. Those who value you will seek to fill the void with effort. Those who don't will fade, and you have lost nothing but a leech. Do not fear being forgotten. Fear being taken for granted. Your disappearance is the litmus test for every relationship in your life. The fool spills 1,000 words to say nothing. The sage lets one weighted sentence say everything. Language is not for transmission. It is for implication, for leaving a trail of breadcrumbs that leads to a castle in their own mind. Machiavelli, the wise man does at once what the fool does finally. The wise man speaks the seed, not the forest. He lets the listener grow the forest themselves. When pressed, do not explain. Imply. Are you angry? I am. Considering. What are your plans? The pieces are moving. What do you think of me? A fascinating question. Your words should be icebergs, 90% hidden mouth. The human mind is a gap-filling machine. Give it a mystery and it will work overtime, constructing narratives more powerful than anything you could directly state. Become a poet of the unsaid. Let your silence between words roar. When you speak rarely, every syllable carries the weight of prophecy. They will lean in, they will not dare to blink. Predictability is a death sentence. If they can chart your reactions, they can pilot you. Machiavelli's beast. One must be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. But to be unreadable is to be something else entirely, a shape-shifter, neither fox nor lion but smoke. Your emotional landscape should be a weather system they cannot forecast. Warmth today, Arctic distance tomorrow, strategic vulnerability followed by impermeable fortresses, not from chaos, but from calculated inconsistency. When people cannot find your patterns, they cannot build a cage for you. They approach with caution, not because you are cruel, but because you are unknowable. This is the root of true fear, the fear of the unknown. They will call you mysterious, intense, unpredictable, good. These are the names of your armor. Let them waste their energy trying to solve you, while you are already 3 moves ahead. watching them decipher a code that doesn't exist. You have been handed the tools, not for tyranny, but for sovereignty. Society's factory wants to produce compliant, explainable, approval-seeking units. You have just downloaded the virus that crashes that system. This is the Machiavellian pivot, from seeking love to commanding respect, from being a page in someone else's story to being the author of your own. The 8 protocols: silence your explanations, decouple from their timeline, bury your pain where no one can find it, make your warmth a earned luxury, shroud yourself in deliberate mystery, use your absence as a gravitational force, speak in hooks, not lectures, become a cipher. This is not a philosophy, it is a praxis. It must be drilled. You will fail. You will catch yourself begging for approval. Then you will remember the taste of the key, and you will stop. Now walk out there and be dangerously, magnificently free. The door is open, the sky is empty, and you are standing on the threshold, clutching the key so hard it bites into your palm. This is the moment of fracture. Everything that came before, the lessons, the protocols, the brutal, beautiful truths, they were the forging of the key. This is the turning of the lock. What happens now is not knowledge, it is metamorphosis. You think the journey is over. It has only just begun. You have been given a virus to kill a parasite. The fever is about to start. This is the hidden 9th protocol, the integration, the annihilation of the old you. You will walk out of this room and the world will look the same, but you will be seeing it with new eyes that are no longer begging for permission. This is the most dangerous period. The ghost of the old you, the approval, seeking, explaining, oversharing ghost will haunt you. It will whisper in the voice of your mother, your first love, every teacher who ever told you to be polite, to be quiet, to be likable. It will say, "You're being cold. Just explain, it's easier. Don't make waves. They'll think you're arrogant." You must learn to recognize this ghost not as your conscience, but as your jailer, and you must, with a calm finality, starve it. This is not a one-time act. It is a daily, hourly execution. You will perform it in the elevator, in the text message, in the family dinner, in the boardroom. Let's make it visceral. Let's talk about the dawn of your first day as a sovereign. You wake up. The air feels different. It's charged. Before your feet touch the floor, you set your law. Today, I am a vault. Today, my warmth is earned. Today, I speak only when it improves the silence. You check your phone. A message from an acquaintance, a passive-aggressive dig disguised as a question. The old ghost screams, clarify, defend, make them understand you. You feel the itch in your thumbs. The biological urge to placate. This is the crucible. You place the phone face down. You let the itch burn. You get in the shower. The hot water is your baptism. You let the delay do its work. By the time you towel off, the itch is gone. Replaced by a cold, clean clarity, you have won your first battle. You respond hours later, not to the dig, but to a different part of the message entirely, or you don't respond at all. The universe does not implode. Instead, a tiny, imperceptible shift occurs in the fabric of your reality. You have just renegotiated your contract with the world. You go to work. In a meeting, your idea is attributed to someone else. The old ghost froths. Speak up, claim credit, show them they can't do this to you. You feel the heat in your cheeks, the need to be seen, to be validated. You look at the thief. You offer a small, unreadable smile, not of acceptance, but of acknowledgement. You have seen the theft, you have filed it, and you say nothing. The power does not flow to the thief. It pools around your silence. The observant ones in the room notice. They see the steel in your calm. The thief, expecting a reaction, gets nothing but the echo of their own guilt. You have won not the credit, but something far more valuable, the reputation of being someone who cannot be baited, whose depths are not for public display. Later, a colleague tries to mine you for gossip, leaning in with conspiratorial warmth. What do you really think of the new boss? The old ghost loves this. It craves the intimacy of shared malice. It wants to bond over bitterness. You lean back, you look through them as if gazing at a distant horizon. You say softly, "I find people are rarely what they seem on the surface." You have given them a riddle wrapped in nothing. You have protected your insight, denied them the currency of your judgment, and elevated yourself above the gossip pool. You walk away, and they are left with nothing but the chilling sense that you are evaluating them. This is the practice. It is repetition. It is the daily lifting of a new, heavier weight. Your social muscles will ache. You will feel lonely. This loneliness is not a curse. It is the necessary space in which a sovereign is forged. You are leaving the crowded, noisy marketplace of approval and building a silent, impregnable citadel. Of course it's quiet. People will rebel. The system you have left will try to pull you back in. Those who profited from your old, compliant self will panic. They will label you. You've changed. This is an accusation. Receive it as a testament. You're so distant now. They are standing outside your walls, complaining about the fortifications. Who do you think you are? This is the most important question. You are now obligated to answer it with your every action. They will test your new walls with greater force. They will manufacture crises, appeal to guilt, stage interventions of concern. They will try to provoke the old you back into existence. This is where you must become both lion and fox. The fox sees the trap of emotional blackmail. The lion frightens them with the unwavering coldness of your resolve. When they push, you do not push back. You remove. You withhold your presence, your energy, your labor. You teach through absence, as Protocol 6 demands. Let them flail in the space where your compliance used to be. There will be casualties. Relationships that were built on the sand of your subservience will wash away. Let them go. Do not mourn the prison. There will be a strange grieving for the simpler, weaker you. Mourn it, then bury it. Send flowers to its grave and never, ever visit. After weeks, months of this brutal discipline, you will notice a shift. It starts internally, a profound, unshakable calm. The static of external opinion fades to a distant whisper. Your own inner voice, once drowned out, becomes a clear, commanding bell. Then the external world bends. You will walk into a room and feel a new gravity. People will not rush to you with easy familiarity. They will approach with a subtle, unspoken caution. Their jokes will be measured. Their requests will be framed as inquiries, not demands. You have become unpredictable terrain, and people tread carefully on uncertain ground. Your words, because they are few, will gain mass. When you speak, people will stop. They will listen. They will search your face for clues that are not there. Your silence will become a vacuum that pulls truth from others. You will find people confessing to you, seeking your withheld approval, trying to earn a glance of your warmth. You are no longer a player in their game. You have become the architect of your own. This is not about becoming a tyrant. It is about achieving a state of pure, untouchable agency. Your kindness, when you choose to give it, will be genuine, not a reflex. Your love will be a powerful, chosen gift, not a desperate distribution. Your yes will mean everything because your no is impregnable. You will finally understand what Machiavelli truly meant. It was never about fear over love. It was about self, possession over external validation. The prince who is feared is simply a prince who cannot be manipulated by the need to be loved. His power comes from within. It is a closed circuit. You are now that prince of your own life, so what now? You take the key, You step through the door and you begin the most important work, living the protocol. Do not try to be all 8 at once tomorrow. Be a scientist of yourself. Pick one. Protocol 1. Kill the explanatory reflex. For 1 week, let that be your only religion. Record your failures and your victories. Feel the terror and then the power of letting a question die in the air. The next week, layer on Protocol 2, weaponize delay. Let your responses breathe, feel the anxiety of others, and realize it is not your responsibility to soothe it. Build your new self, brick by brick, protocol by protocol. You are coding a new operating system. It will take time, there will be glitches, the old software will try to reboot. Crush it. You are not becoming heartless, you are becoming heart protected. Your spirit is not being hardened, it is being armored, so that its true, vulnerable core can finally be safe enough to exist on its own terms. This is the end of the beginning. The key is in your hand. The door is open. The vast, terrifying, magnificent sky of your own sovereignty awaits. Do not look back. The ghost is dead. Long live the king. This is not a lesson anymore. This is the altar, and the sacrifice is who you used to be. You have the keys. You know the protocols. You felt the ghost of your old self shrieking in the hallway of your mind. But understanding is not transformation. Knowledge is not blood. Let me show you what it actually looks like, not in theory, in the marrow, seen, a boardroom, or a family dinner, or a courtroom of your own life. You are seated, across from you is the ultimate test. Maybe it's the mentor who always claimed credit for your light, the partner who mistook your kindness for weakness, the friend who built their esteem on your constant, quiet compromise. They initiate, they perform the oldest play in their book, a public, subtle knifed whist, a comment designed to trigger the old software, to make you explain, to flinch, to seek their approval even in your defense. It's a masterpiece of manipulation, woven with just enough plausible deniability that the old you would have spent hours dissecting it, agonizing over your response, crafting the perfect paragraph to win back their favor. The room watches, the air is static. This is the moment. Protocol 1. Bury your explanatory reflex alive. You feel the sentence rise in your throat. A defensive, elegant, justifying sentence. You taste its metallic fear. You swallow it, it dies inside you. You say nothing. Your face is not a mask of anger or hurt. It is the calm surface of a deep, frozen lake. Protocol 2. Weaponized delay. They expect a reaction, immediate. Flustered, they wait for the crack. 1 second, 2, 5. The silence becomes a physical presence, thickening the air. They shift in their seat. Their eyes dart, looking for the wound they inflicted. They find only your impassive gaze. The delay is not passive. It is an active vacuum, sucking their power out of the room. Protocol 3. Become a vault for your pain. The knife landed. You felt it. A hot, bright spike of betrayal or rage or humiliation. The old ghost screams to let it show, to make them witness the damage, to elicit pity or retraction. You lock it in the vault. Your expression doesn't change. Your breathing remains even. The pain is now fuel, not a leak. It is converted into pure, cold energy behind your eyes. Protocol 4. Let your warmth be a conditional gift, the version of you they knew. The warm, accommodating, eager to please spirit, it vanishes. Not with a dramatic slam, but with a silent extinguishing. What looks back at them is not hatred. It is clinical assessment. The warmth is gone. What remains is the austere architecture of your will. You are showing them the winter that exists where their summer once played. Protocol 5. Cultivate mystery like a clandestine garden. They are scrambling now, mentally. What is he thinking? What will she do? Why isn't this working? They are trying to read you, and the page is blank. You have become an equation they cannot solve. Your silence is not emptiness. It is a labyrinth you have let them wander into. Every possible reaction they prepared for anger, tears, pleading, is useless. You are an unknown variable. Protocol 6. Teach through absence. You do not engage with the barb. You do not address the comment. You have, in essence, removed your presence from their game entirely. While your body is in the chair, your strategic self has already left the building. You are demonstrating that their drama is a play you have chosen not to attend. Your absence from their script is the loudest statement in the room. Protocol 7. Master the art of implication. Speak in daggers. Finally, you speak, not a paragraph, not a defense, a single crafted sentence. It does not address their attack. It redirects the entire universe of the conversation. You look past them as if seeing a future they cannot envision, and you say, quietly, fascinating that you would choose to say that now, or you turn to someone else and begin a completely unrelated, mundane conversation about the weather outside. The implication detonates. What does she mean now? What does he know? Why is he talking about the rain? Your few words have sown chaos in their strategy. You have spoken a dagger that leaves no visible mark, but they bleed confusion internally. Protocol 8. Become unreadable, the ultimate defense. As you do all of this, you are the perfect cipher. Are you furious, planned, bored, divine? They cannot tell. You have combined all 7 protocols into an 8th. You have become psychologically untouchable. You are not resisting their force. You are demonstrating that you exist in a different dimension of force altogether. You are smoke to their sword. They will crumble, or they will rage. They will either over-explain, backtrack, reveal their hand in a flurry of nervous words, giving you all the power, or they will lash out with blunter, angrier tools, exposing their true nature to everyone watching. You win either way. You have not fought them. You have redefined the battlefield and then declined to fight on it. You will stand up. You will leave the room. The eyes on you will not be of pity or judgment. They will be of awe and fear and respect. They have witnessed something rare, a human being becoming a force of nature. They saw a person choose integrity over integration, sovereignty over surrender. This is the intensity. This is the blooding. It will feel in the moment like a kind of death. It is. It is the death of the you that needed them, and like all true deaths, it is terrifying and liberating and absolutely final. When you walk out that door, into the corridor or the street, the world will feel different not because it has changed, but because your relationship to it has severed and reforged. The old chains are not broken, they are gone, as if they were never there. The air is colder, cleaner. It is the air of your own authority. You will not feel euphoria, not yet. You will feel a profound, echoing quiet. The ghost is gone. The parasite is dead. The silence in your own mind is now yours. A vast, empty throne room waiting for its king to issue his first true decree. This is what you bought with your courage. Not happiness, freedom, not popularity, authority. Not love, respect. Now the real work begins. Living in this new, vast, and strangely quiet kingdom you have just seized, you will have to build everything from the ground up. Your relationships, your purpose, your joy, but you will build it on unshakable ground, your own terms. The key has turned, the lock is dust, the door is gone. There is no way back. There is only the territory of your own becoming.